Good afternoon, everyone. I am Tadeo Patricio Jr., and now I am discussing about Chapter 11, which is all about vehicle lifting and hoisting. So, learning objectives. At the end of the Chapter 11, student will be able to first identify hoisting and lifting equipment. Second, discuss safety procedures related to hoisting or lifting a vehicle. Third, describe the proper methods to follow to safely hoist a vehicle. So now let's proceed. Floor jack. Floor jack is a hand-operated hydraulic device that is used to lift vehicle or components such as engine, transmission, and rear axles assemblies. Most floor jack use for caster. So, ito, as you can see dito sa figure, yung rear caster na sinasabi dito na most floor jack used for caster is itong parang gulong na maliit. Ito sa pinakababa, rear caster. So, sa floor jack, yung rear caster is ginagamit siya para madala tong floor jack kung saan natin siya gustong dalhin. Kung sa likod ng sasakyan, sa harapan, sa gilid, gano'n. Para mas madali siyang madala. Yun yung silbi ng rear caster. And as you can see, meron ding iba't ibang components yung floor jack. First is yung handle. So ito yung hinahawakan and iniikot to um to lift the lifting arm. And so once na inikot mo siya ng clockwise and so yung pag binabababa mo na siya, yung handle is aangat yung lifting arms. And kapag inikot mo naman siya ng counterclockwise, doon na yung release ng valve. Yun. So bababa na yung lifting arm ng paunti-unti. Then, ito naman yung saddle. Yung saddle naman is, yun naman yung tatama dun sa part ng sasakyan, sa ilalim ng sasakyan, na kung saan yun yung matigas na part ng sasakyan para iangat yung sasakyan. So, yun yung silbi ng saddle. Then, meron siyang front wheels, yun nga, parang rear caster din para madala kung saan natin siya gustong dalhin. So, yun yung mga components ng floor jack. So, now, let's proceed to safe use of floor jack. Siyempre, hindi natin pwedeng basta-basta lang gamitin yung floor jack. Siyempre, gagamitin natin siya ng may ingat since yung pag-angat nga ng sasakyan is delikado since may bigat yung sasakyan. So, floor jacks are used to lift vehicle or major vehicle components but they are not designed to hold a load. So, yun nga, sabi nga, yung floor jack is hindi naman talaga siya yung nag-carry ng load ng sasakyan or ng bigat ng sasakyan. So, meron tayong tinatawag na safety stands. Yung safety stand naman, yun yung kapag naangatan natin siya ng floor jack, safety stand is yung ikakalang natin dun sa part na naangat ng floor jack, nakakalang siya dun sa sasakyan, sa ilalim ng sasakyan. So, siya na yung mag-carry ng load or ng bigat ng sasakyan. So, ito nga, as you can see sa figure, makikita nyo yung dalawang safety stand. Itong orange, itong dalawang safety stand na to, once na naangat na ng floor jack yung itong part ng sasakyan na to, so ikakalang lang natin itong safety stand. So, siya na yung magkikarry ng load or ng bigat ng sasakyan. But, yung floor jack is gagamitin pa rin natin to support, yun nga, para maging support siya dito sa mga safety stand. So, next is yung creeper. Creeper, when working underneath a vehicle, most service technicians use a creeper, which consists of a flat or concave surface equipped with low-profile caster. So, yung creeper, meron tayo dito sa room. Ito yung ginamit natin last time to monitor kung ano na yung kalagayan ng exhaust. Di ba, nasa ilalim kasi yung exhaust sa ilalim ng sasakyan. So, para ma-monitor yung exhaust, ginamit natin tong creeper. Yung creeper, yun yung parang skateboard. Yung may gulong na parang kahoy na may gulong. Tapos, para siyang skateboard, yun yung hihigaan natin para makapasok tayo, makapasok tayo sa ilalim ng sasakyan. Yun yung hinihigaan. Meron tayo nito last time na ginamit para ma-monitor yung exhaust system ng sasakyan. So, and also creeper has safe use kasi nga lahat naman ng equipment dapat ginagamit ng may pag-iingat. So, yung creeper is pwede kasi siyang maka-aksidente once na ginamit natin siya. Then, pagtapos natin gamitin, nilagay lang natin kung saan. Since yung creeper nga ay may gulong, pwedeng kapag hindi yun napansin and may nakaapak doon, pwedeng madulas yung nakaapak doon kasi nga may gulong yung creeper. So, it causes accident. So, Yun nga, iniiwasan natin yung mga accident na pwede mangyari sa loob man yan ng school or sa mismong area ng pagtatrabaho. So, kailangan, once na ginamit natin yung creeper, and after gamitin is itatabi siya sa isang lugar na safe. So, sunod naman is yung drive-on ramps. Yung drive-on ramps are inexpensive way to raise a front or rear of a vehicle. Ramps are easy to store, but they can be dangerous because they can kick out when driving the vehicle onto the ramp. So, yung ramps, ito siya, papakita ko siya sa figure. Itong nasa harapan. So, basically means ng ramps is siya yung parang sinasampahan ng gulong para umangat yung gulong. So, madali natin ma-access yung ilalim ng sasakyan. At the same time, meron din tinatawag na choke. Yung choke naman, ito yung para pipigil na dumaustos yung sasakyan once na nakaangat na siya dun sa drive-on ramps. So now, let's proceed dun sa vehicle hoist. So, most of the vehicle hoists used today use an electric motor to pressurize hydraulic fluid, which lifts the vehicle using hydraulic cylinder. Hoists are rated by the maximum weight that they can safely lift, such as 7,000 to 12,000 or more. So may different types ng hoist. So depende sa klase ng hoist kung um, gaano kabigat yung dalhin o buhatin. So sabi nga dito 7,000 to 12,000 or more yung standard ng mga vehicle hoist na kayang buhatin. The simple methods involve the use of drive-on ramps, floor jack, and safety stand. So, yun nga yung mga nabanggit kanina ng mga equipment na ginagamit para mag-lift ng sasakyan. So, to easily understand, meron akong prepare na isang video kung saan mapapanood natin yung paglift ng vehicle. So, ito yung video.
Equipment we're going to be using today is the floor jack, safety floor jack stand, tire chocks, and a 2-post lift. All right, now that we know the equipment used to lift and support a vehicle and the proper lift points on a vehicle, let's go over how to properly lift and hoist a vehicle. The first step in lifting a vehicle using a floor jack is we want to make sure that we're on a flat and secure surface. We want to avoid surfaces such as grass or dirt, as the jack or the jack stands can sink into it. Next, we will place tire chocks on the opposite side of the vehicle of the tire we are trying to lift. Most floor jacks have the same controls. Turn the jack handle clockwise to engage, pump the handle up and down to lift the arm, then you can rotate the jack handle counterclockwise to lower the arm. Next, we will find a secure lift point on the vehicle. To lift the front of the vehicle, we will use the tow hook as a secure lift point. We want to avoid areas such as the radiator, oil pan, and any non-reinforced areas, as you can cause damage to the vehicle. In the rear of the vehicle, we can use the dead axle. We want to avoid the gas tank and the spare tire area so we don't damage these as well. We will then raise the vehicle above the desired height of the safety jack stand. Now we will slowly lower the vehicle onto the safety jack stand. Then we will give the vehicle a slight shake, making sure the vehicle is secure. At this point, you can work on the vehicle safely or repeat the process to lift more of the vehicle into the air. Now let's go over how to properly use a 2-post vehicle lift. To properly raise a vehicle in a lift, we will need a guide to safely bring the vehicle into the bay. Depending on the length of the vehicle, you may place the driver front tire in front of, behind, or right in the middle of the yellow guide plate. We will then place lift arms directly center and below the lift points. To operate the lift, we will use the green button to raise the vehicle. The black control handle on the right is to lower the vehicle, and the black control handle on the left is to release the locks. When releasing the locks, you must hold down the left handle completely and before you start lowering the vehicle. Then we will lift the vehicle about 2 inches off the ground, then shake the vehicle to make sure it is secure on the lift. If it is questionable at all, lower the vehicle and reset the lift. We will then lift the vehicle up to the desired height, then lower it on the locks. At this point, we can now safely work on the vehicle. Note that if you are removing a large component such as an engine, you may need to support the rear of the vehicle using a jack support post, as weight will shift on the vehicle. In order to lower the vehicle, we will have to raise the vehicle off the locks about an inch or two before we pull the release lever and then lower the vehicle. Then we want to make sure to reset all the arms back in their starting position. All right, so just to recap, today we learned how to properly lift a vehicle. We learned about the equipment used to lift and support a vehicle. We learned about where the lift points are, and then finally we went over a tutorial on how to properly lift a vehicle using a floor jack and a 2-post above ground lift. Well, my name is Gregory Kraus from
So, yun nga, 'di ba? Kung pinanood nyo talaga ng mabuti yung video, is mas madali na natin 'to maintindihan tong lifting procedure. So, discuss pa rin natin. Base dun sa video, first is the vehicle should be centered on the lift or hoist so as not to overload one side or put too much force either forward or rearward. Use stall safety stand if a major component is going to be removed from the vehicle such as the engine. So yun nga, pinakita rin kanina doon, di ba? Pag-align nung sasakyan dun sa hoist is inangat yon. So, hindi siya basta-basta iangat. So, dapat itatapat yung pads. Yung pads na yun yung tatama dun sa matigas na part ng sasakyan para iangat siya. But, hindi siya agad totally iangat. So, pag pag-angat ng konti, i-double check pa rin kung okay ba yung kung pantay ba yung hindi ba maalog, tama ba, pantay ba. So yun nga, 'di ba makikita naman sa video yung mga procedure paano mag-lift ng vehicle. So ito, isa-isahin natin yung lifting procedure. First is the vehicle should be centered on the lift or hoist so as not to overload one side or put too much force either forward or rearward. So yun nga, dapat nasa gitna yung lift or hoist para for sure na hindi siya tutumba paharap o palikod kasi nga nasa gitna siya. Dapat exactly nasa gitna siya and dapat maayos din yung pagkakalagay ng mga pads. So, use stall safety stand if a major component is going to be removed from the vehicle such as the engine. So, yun nga, pinakita doon kanina na ginamitan ng safety stand. Pero kung malaki yung itatanggalin dun sa sasakyan, dapat mas mahabang safety stand kasi nga para mas mataas may angat yung sasakyan. So, mas madaling matatanggal yung makina. Kasi nga malaki yung makina, di ba? Kailangan mas mataas. So, next one is the pads of the lift should be spread as far apart as possible to provide stable platform. So, yung pad nga, ang crucial siya sa hoisting kasi nga dapat medyo magkakalayo siya para maging balance yung sasakyan. Hindi siya tataob na paharap, hindi rin siya tataob palikod. So each pad should be placed under a portion of the vehicle that is strong and capable of supporting the weight of the vehicle. So yun nga, dapat yung kung saan natin nilalagay yung pad o kung saan natin siya papatamain, dapat matigas yun. Hindi pwedeng malambot kasi nga bubuhatin niya yung weight nung sasakyan. So, pwedeng masira kung malambot yung papatamaan natin yung pad. So, next is, as soon as the pad touch the vehicle, check for proper pad placement. The vehicle should be raised about 1 feet to 30 cm of the floor, then stop and shaken to check for stability. So, yun nga, once na tumama na yung pad dun sa matitigas na part ng sasakyan, is aangat siya ng 1 feet or 30 centimeters of the floor. So, hindi agad siya iaangat ng sagad-agad sa pataas. Doon muna, 1 feet muna or 30 centimeter. Then, isi-shake mo um, yung sasakyan kung okay ba. Di ba, pinakita rin sa video kanina, hindi agad siya inangat ng mataas na mataas agad. So, yun nga, para makita kung stable ba yung sasakyan. Ay, yung pagkakalagay ng pad is stable ba. So, kailangan iaalog muna yung sasakyan to make sure na hindi siya mapupol. So, bago siya iangat ng sagad. So, before lowering the hoist, yun nga, pag nasa taas na, and tapos na gawin yung dapat gawin, before lowering the hoist, the safety latches must be released and the direction of the control is reverse. So, yun na, may lock kasi yun yung pinakita rin kanina, di ba? Bago siya ibaba, may latches siya. So, i-release mo na yon, safety release, then, dahan-dahan, ibababa la yung hoist. So, then, the direction of the control reverse. So, dapat, hindi pa, i-reverse yung sasakyan para hindi siya dadaus-dos pag pababa na. So, these are my references and thank you.